Okay, so we gotta talk. We gotta talk about Caleb McLaughlin. If you don't know who that is the kid from Stranger Things. I don't watch Stranger Things anymore since like season 3 or something like that. All respect to him. I love the movie Concrete Cowboy. I think it was very good. The Deliverance was okay. Anyway, season 5 of Stranger Things. They're on their marketing campaign right now, and on Twitter, they released some headshots of the characters. And this was Caleb's. Now, there has been some debate, I don't know why, but there has been some debate on how much of a horrible haircut this is. They used the wrong side of the protractor for this man's edge. Again, no disrespect to Caleb, okay? I'm sure he tried to tell them. I hope he tried to tell them. And when I posted my thoughts about this haircut on my main channel, most of us overwhelmingly agreed that this is not it. But a couple of you had some words to say, saying lineups became a popular thing during the 90s. Nope. Who told you that, bro? Then someone else chimed in. People started taking hairlines serious in the 2000s.
Let me tell you something.
And then I started thinking, are these people even black? He says, yes, I am black. And I've seen pictures.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Which leads me to my main issue. If you were not there in the 90s or early 2000s and you had to look up pictures, shut the fuck. What are we talking about? Look, I'll give you that in the 90s, lineups, edges, tapers, stuff of that nature for the flare did become more popular. But that doesn't mean that they were not doing it in the 80s. This season takes place in what, 87, 88 or something like that? Now, let me be clear. I can get behind this just being a bad haircut in universe. What I actually think happened, I'll talk about in just a second, but it's a lot more likely. But what you're not going to do is tell me that this is on purpose and it's done because people were not getting lineups during that time. Do y'all think that people like hit a new decade and they're like, all right, guys, time to throw out all the old haircuts that we had. Let's go ahead and try some new ones. That's not how that works, okay? The defining feature of the decade can only really be observed after it's passed. Basically, what I'm saying is the haircuts that you say are the 90s were being shaped in the 80s. There is not going to be a time, there is no way that young man sat down in that chair and asked for this without the other, okay? That doesn't happen. The internet is a strange, well, it's not a strange place at all. This happens all the time. The internet gives people confidence that they should not have. They think they know what they're talking about because of a Wikipedia page. They think they can tell us what happened. If you did not sit in a barber's chair in the early 2000s, if you did not get your hair cut in a black barbershop until 2016, I don't want to hear nothing from you. If you've never stepped foot in a black barbershop ever, I don't want to hear Nathan from you. Somebody, as a show of hands, when you walk in and you see that old ass poster, that faded ass poster, it's got a bunch of haircuts on it. Do you think there was a flat top on that bitch with no edges, my nigga? This shit is more akin to a fro. This is not what would happen with a flat top, but I get it. Some of y'all don't know. You don't speak to people. You don't know. Go ask a single old black man who would have been alive during this time what would happen if he walked out of that barbershop with no lineup. Ask him. Just the flaming he would have got would be enough to deter him from leaving that barbershop looking like that. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you why I don't believe that's what happened. And I'm glad they released this because this little kid down here has the same cut. This looks like someone who is Caucasian had a vague idea of what a flat top was and put it on both of these characters the same way. That's what that looks like. This looks like a stylized version of like what you would put on a model who's walking the runway, some Tyler the Creator shit. This is not what he would have wore in 87. Absolutely not. Okay, you want some more proof? Okay. Again, the defining feature of a generation can only be observed after it's passed, correct? Okay, so let's look at some movies since I know that's the only way that y'all really engage with black culture. So let's look it up. What year did Juice come out? Juice came out in 1992. They all had some variation of a flat top. And look at that. Edges, tapers, parts. In 92. So either you think that as soon as 90 hit, they started getting different fucking haircuts, or they've always been like that. If you're getting a flat top, you care about the overall look. You're not getting a bad flat top, bro. Do the right thing. 1989, not quite the height, but he's got a part and a fade. Fades have been a thing, bro. Especially, wait for it, with the younger crowd. We're not talking about the older men. This is a young man. He's gonna be on the cutting edge of haircuts and shit. Let's look at the flat top king, kid and play, mostly kid. Part, sides tapered, part, sides tapered. Come on now, bro. And even if you went fucking full eraser head, this is a different level of height. In order to stabilize it, you got to make it a bit wider at the top. His is not that high. We're talking about these things with people who don't know what they're talking about. Again, it's cool not to know what you're talking about. It's perfectly fine. All right. But don't come, well, actually me. I'm the well actualer. This haircut is neglect from whoever is in charge of the hair department. I don't know if he had a separate person. I highly doubt it. But this looks like someone said, let's give him a flat top and said, good enough. That is a symptom of being the only brother on set. That's what that is. But the funny thing is, he already had the correct haircut. What is going on? Some people called this cut the Black Power Ranger cut. Understandably, I love Zach. I dressed up as him a lot for Halloween when I was younger, but that's his natural forehead. That's how he liked to wear it. But also his forehead was like that with all of the hairstyles that he had. All right. Anyway, I'm off that. I just wanted to make after our rage for 10 minutes. Hey man, it's cool. Y'all be safe, man.